Okay. Did it work? Shadow. What time is it? Oh, okay. So that's live. Yeah, first three failed. Like it wouldn't let me on. And they booted me off. So yeah, this is it. This is the. I think this time it's working. How you guys doing? All right, so let's draw something. I'm actually working on a bunch of different things at once. Crazy. This avalanche of pens. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, Twitter's crazy tonight. I really think. Oh, thank you. All right, thanks, Nostalgia, for that. I think everyone's nuts. I swear to you, I don't know what anyone's talking about ever. There's this sense of this tarry, like filthy anger in the air. You know, like, and you just breathe it and you choke on it. And it's like, I'm trying to say, it's like, guys, let's just get along. And there's some people who just don't want to. And it's like, no, I'd rather not. And it's like, oh, all right. Like you wouldn't actually expect that. Like you wouldn't expect anyone to ever say that to you. But they do, and all you can do is just say, all right, this person has stuff going on that I am not privy to. And just love them anyway. Just try to be nice. Yeah, but I love Twitter because I see you guys there, I see, I'm doing a great. I see my fans, I always get a laugh. And, I get to post artwork, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, back to normal, guys. So I did. I took some advice. I put a couple people on mute. It's like after a while you go, wait a second, like, you're not a normal person. Thanks, Jeff Myers. You're not a normal person with like good intentions. You're not. So, okay. I guess I don't need to treat you like one. I think I am going to draw. Everyone's asking me for Aquaman today. A lot of people were like, Aquaman, but I don't want to. What am I drawing? I think I'm going to draw Flash again. Hey, Mr. Bill. Jonathan, how can we get some of your original art? Love your work. Jonathan. Oh, Saturn Girl. Nice. Jonathan, you can go on eBay right now. And my eBay handle is Cyberfrog. Oops, I can't draw a G when I'm looking at it through the Cyberfrog9. Okay, and there's a lot of sketches up there on eBay now, and a few covers. A couple of weeks from now, there will be pages from Hal Jordan number 32. Yeah. It's all good. I mean, I like to put things up on eBay. It's kind of fun. It makes a good noise when somebody bids. It goes bring like that, and you're like, yeah. What kind of eraser is that? Now, this is one thing that I didn't get to answer on that thing I did. Hold on, about art supplies. I'll show you. Everything's just... Alright, so Buzz. Do you guys know who Buzz is? He's a comic book artist. He used to draw Vampirella. Really, really good artist. Really good. And I've known him since I started working professionally. Is that a Moo eraser? No. Okay, so Buzz one day, he's like, hey, I'm doing advertising or promotion for this one brand of eraser, and he gave me this whole crate of them. And he's like, these are the best erasers in the world. You will love them. So they're Vanish brand, and this is like a lifetime supply. I don't think I'm ever going to go through all these erasers. And I have. I've gone through quite a few of them here. Good stuff. So that's what this is. I tore the wrapper off, and they're really, really, like, they are quality erasers. Buzz would not steer me wrong. You'll have to pass these erasers down to Hunter. Yeah, if Hunter drew. Maybe Ava will draw. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Oh, so Nurkish's feed was boring. He does a good impersonation of me, though. I like the spirit that it's in. I like that he sees me as very calm and boring and dull and old and Christian. None of those things are me. It's like, well, I'm a little Christian, sure, but it's like, wow, that's dude, he's great. Yeah, people say Bob Ross, but guys, here's the thing, like, I'm just being quiet. I have a baby in the house. Sound travels in this house. It's very open concept, and you talk and people can hear you in every room, and the baby wakes up. So you need to kind of be calm and quiet if you can, and let people sleep. Oh, zombies! I wish I was drawing a zombie right now. That would actually be really fun. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make this into a zombie. I was halfway drawing the Flash, and now I just don't care. A zombie Hal Jordan. That would be sweet. Zombie Joker would be killer. Let's see, what are you guys saying here? I'm all over Green Lantern and just jumped in on the new Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Jonesing for 32. Just saying. You want to see it? I'm just kidding. I can't show you. I actually don't have any copies of it. I've just got the original artwork that you guys will be able to buy. Who's this? Yes, Nasser 13. You have a question, go. When will you know if you're going to C2E2 this year? I'm probably not going to go. I would know by now. I'd have plans. They have to invite you. And they have to kind of invite you. And, I haven't been invited. And even if I was, I'm not sure I would want to go. I don't know, guys. It's like going to conventions lately. I'm doing a bunch of appearances next week, actually, in Orlando. A ton of them. And then I'm coming back home. And if you saw that video I did where I went to my local comic shop, I'm getting right off the airplane and doing a signing. Nasser says, is it Nasser? Yeah. You can apply for the Artist Alley, though, and I fan requested you too through the website. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. In some ways, I am old. It's like, it's just, The whole thing about going to conventions used to be, well, you make some money. You make a lot of money at conventions. You have to hustle. You have to work really hard, but you make good money. I make more money at home now. I can't make as much money at a convention as I could just staying home. And that's a big problem. So the only reason to go to conventions now is out of a duty to the fans. And that's a good enough reason. Oh, but it's really hard with the baby. It's really, really hard. All right, so basically what we've done here is we've drawn a nice little skull shape. So we've got the skull as usual, and since I'm going to draw a zombie, basically the question becomes how much do we want to build on this skull? How much flesh do we want to put on it? I got to draw zombies one time with Tony Moore at a convention in Cincinnati. It was very, very cool. I mean, I think it was for an auction for charity, and we both just kind of sat there and had a beer and drew zombies, and that was a privilege. That's the co-creator of The Walking Dead. I know he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Jeff Meyer asks, given your attention to detail, how long do you think it would take you to do Swamp Thing that you'd be proud of? 3 weeks, a month and a half? Well, just a drawing of the Swamp Thing? I could do it in a couple days. I don't know. I'd have to think about what I wanted to do. Yeah. Has Robert Kirkman ever invited you to? No, we're not. I mean, we're not friends. I wish we were. I mean, I got to go to dinner with him once and spend a little time with him, and he's a super guy. He's a lot younger than me. Well, I thought he would be older than me, but he's much younger, and just a great guy. How long would fauna research take? You mean flora research? Fauna is animal life. Flora is plant life. I don't know. It wouldn't take long. I would just kind of enjoy myself and find pictures of. I would do like skunk cabbages and like creepy like swamp plants. I think I would do a lot of that. I don't think I would if I were just going to draw one singular Swamp Thing piece. I think I would really do more moss and stuff. Rather than flowers and things that I normally like to draw. And I do like to draw flowers. Oh, zombie Hal. Everyone's saying that. Yeah. I have to say, I was a little disappointed. I wanted the Black Lanterns to be more random. In terms of their decomposition. Some would have a little bit of flesh. Some had been kind of. I drew Martian Manhunter, I think, with a hole right through him. I think they took it out. You guys can hear crickets? Yeah. You guys have great pickup. Yeah, there are crickets right outside my window. I hear them now too, and now I'm not going to stop being able to hear them. Yeah, it is cold up here. I got to wear a jacket for the first time today, and I really needed it. Where are you guys from? I'm drawing a zombie. That's what I'm drawing, Maxwell. Just randomly putting together a little zombie drawing for the heck of it. I do love drawing zombies. Like The Walking Dead would be. Oh, look at you guys! Chicago, upstate New York, California, New Jersey. Oh, good. New Mexico. So we got people from all over. Yeah. Sacramento is nice. I like Sacramento. Hello. Hi, Mike Knox. Yeah, I like autumn and I love spring. I like the two in-betweener months or seasons when things are just they're not too hot. I like the transition seasons, I guess they would be called. I'm not looking forward to winter. Not at all, because we do get snow here. I think I'm going to buy a snowblower. Yeah, I wish I had. You know what? Since you said that, I'm gonna actually put on a horror movie, I'm gonna put on smooth jazz first of all. I don't care if this gets demonetized. Who cares? Like, that was the whole threat. Like, oh, demonetization. Well, okay, fine. I really don't think anybody's gonna watch this again anyway. So let's get that going. Yeah. Now this is the kind of music that you want to draw zombies to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you mean yuck? I'm always like, I'm gonna crack open a bottle of red wine. Yeah. And I say red wine and everybody laughs at me like I'm old. It's just like old times. Ooh, somebody bid $20 on that Flash pencil sketch. Nice. On eBay. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I've got like 7 or 8, I think 8 pieces of artwork up on my eBay right now. Up $22.50. Up on my eBay right now, which is Cyberfrog 9. You can go there, take a look. It's all cheap. Everything starts at 99 cents. And if you win something for 99 cents, I feel like I have to throw in a free comic book just because you're awesome. Arlie Ermy autographed my Full Metal Jacket Blu-ray. I treasure it now. It's funny. It's like I in 2009 I started collecting autographs from old timers. Because I felt like they weren't going to be with us for very much longer. I got Fats Domino to sign. I think the Girl Can't Help It or something like that, and he just died. Yeah, poor Fats Domino. This is the question though. So there's Fats Domino and there's Chubby Checker. So get it? Like there's fat, so both are like obese, and then they're game pieces, Checker and Domino. So one of them is a ripoff of the other, but which? Who came first, Fats Domino or Chubby Checker? You guys could probably win at Jeopardy with that question. Eric Lindorf said, "Hey Ethan, I picked up Poison Ivy's Cycle of Life and Death because you were on the cover. What exactly did you do for that issue? There are 2 other pencilers and 1 inker also credited on that book." Eric, so I think it was issue number 4 of that mini-series. I think it was issue 4. They called me up and said, "Hey, do you want to do 5 pages of Poison Ivy?" Because I guess the penciler was late. And I was going through this thing where I was like, I'm going to say yes to everything. And I was like, sure. So there are 5 pages in there that I penciled and inked. You'll probably recognize them. Fats Domino came first. EPA Rock? Okay. That makes sense. Chubby Checker was kind of a little more of a pop rock kind of cheeseball act. I like him too, but Nasser asked, did you ever get a chance to poke through it? Your self-published novel that you sent me. No, Nasser, I haven't had a spare moment, but I will. I think about it. I think about it every now and then. I will do it. As Farrell, I know you play keyboard. Do you ever jam with other musicians or play in a band? Yeah, sometimes. I would love to do more of that. I just, music is important to me. I never really get a chance because I don't know any musicians really, not locally, who want to get together and play. I wish I did. Yeah. Oh, cool. Bring over your bass. My little brother used to play bass guitar, and we would jam. But he moved. He got married. He lives in Arizona now. So. Yep. That's right. Tea and comics. That's how did the 2-hour pizza taste? Well, it wasn't for me anyway. We did toss it out, and the girls ate chicken nuggets instead. That was scary because we were like coming home from Walmart. It was at least a 10-minute drive, and Andrea realized she'd left the pizza in the oven at 425. She put it in there like 20 minutes before we left and forgot about it. So it had been in there for like 2 hours. She's like, oh my god, what if the house is on fire? I was like, ooh. That wouldn't be good. But I'm gonna film it if it is. That would have made a good, that would have been a good part of the video, I think, if the house were on fire when we pulled up. I have to tell you, I love making videos. I love it. I just have a little pocket editor on my phone. And yeah, I'm glad my house didn't burn down too. It's so fun. I would just do that for a living. I wish I could edit for a living. Or make little short films. Do you play Wonderful from Smile? I could. Hi, Bram. Bram Clark is here. I haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. Happy to see you. You're one of my favorite people in the world. The real Pizzagate. Yeah, that was a tragedy. Andrea is getting used to she's getting used to me making these little things, and she's gonna start to be in them a little bit more, I think. Once she saw how I handled the pizza situation, she laughed. She watched the video and thought it was funny. Okay, Mike Knox asks, how about making edit videos promoting some DC Comics? I thought I did. I mean, when I went to the local comic shop, I did promote all DC books. And, when I have an idea. See, here's the thing. I don't want to come off as a shill for DC, so I don't want to just go in there and just promote DC Comics for the hell of it. I will always promote what I do, because I think it's important that I promote my own work. That's my job. My job is to draw it, and then to also, as much as I can, promote it so that you guys will buy it. But just going in there and saying, this is what DC has this week, that's not my gig. However, everything that I do will always be comic book related, right? Or art, or like being a comic book artist. Like whatever I do will always be about being a comic book artist. So there will be art demos, there will be art supply, recommendations. I like the idea of going to Walmart and looking at toys. And by the way, they were terrible. Andrea said the only thing wrong with this video is that the toys sucked. I was like, I know, and the reason why is because we're used to like Hot Toys, Sideshow collectibles. You can't go back to like this, after that. I mean, this is just. I opened them all, by the way, and here's the other thing. I'm sorry, I drew the spit curl in, right? Because I'm not. Superman has a spit curl. I'll draw it in if you don't put it on there. Wonder Woman looks good. She's got kind of a cute face. Usually female sculpts, female action figures are kind of ugly. She's got a beautiful face. It doesn't really look like Gal Gadot, but she looks good. And I'm sorry, but Batman's little eyeballs in there make me laugh. Who's responsible for DC toys, the company or the movie company? Well, they'll license the toys out to be made by, another company, but DC also has their own toy line, their own toy manufacturer called DC Direct, and their product is usually superior. But you can license, like if you started a toy company up tomorrow, called Nostalgia Toys, you could, if you had the money and the inclination, license, any one of DC's characters, to do a toy line. If you wanted to. That's why, you'll get like Sideshow and Hot Toys, and they're all doing Batman stuff. Nostalgia Toys, it sounds cool, doesn't it? I would do a line, if I were Nostalgia Toys, I would do a line of toys, like really, really sophisticated sculpts that looked exactly like the drawings of the original Golden Age creators. So, like, you would have a perfect, Bob Kane / Bill Finger Batman toy that actually looked like those drawings. Wonder Woman that looked just like the original Golden Age Wonder Woman books, That would be good. I mean, they've done the costumes before, but they've never actually tried to make a three-dimensional version of what those drawings actually look like. EVS, what is your favorite Disney movie? Sleepy, Ichabod Crane, Headless Horseman. That version was really good. I've always loved that, especially right now. That's Halloween. It's a Halloween staple. Let me scroll back and see what you guys are saying here. Have you ever seen the reissue of the Super Friends toys from the 80s? Yeah, they were good. You mean Superpowers? Yeah, look. I got the Hal Jordan up here. And I've got the original Hal Jordan on my wall. The original Superpowers still in the package. Golden Age Captain Marvel and Plastic Man. Yeah. I'm curious, if you do commissions that use the IP of DC or Marvel, do you have to pay them some sort of fee or royalty? No. You are allowed to do a one-off of anything. That's just fair use. I can't mass produce my drawings and sell them without paying them royalties or a license fee. But yeah, I could draw Captain America right now and sell it to you legally. Yeah. What's your favorite comic series from Marvel? Fantastic Four. Yeah, the zombie is creepy. That's good. Rod Line says, those toys are pretty good for kids. Better than the old Kenner or Hasbro figures, but the sculpts aren't collector quality. Right. I mean, I don't mind. I'll play with them, but they're not... You don't see them and go, oh my god, I have to have that. You just see it and go, that's acceptable. That's kind of my attitude about, these toys. We're spoiled now. I mean, with this, McFarlane starting things out the way he did. We gotta go back here. Okay. Would you consider doing concept art for a Green Lantern movie? True fact, they came to me for that last Green Lantern movie. They met me at a convention, Mark Guggenheim and someone else. And they said, hey, we're doing the Green Lantern feature film. We'd like you to do the designs. This is killer. This cracks me up. So I went back. I was like, yeah, I'd love to. I called Jeff and I said, hey, they asked me to, and Jeff said, well, nobody asked me to help. And I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, we're a team, aren't we? I'm gonna tell them no. So I told him no, and then Jeff got hired as like creative consultant. Like, so it's like he ended up doing the whole movie, and I didn't do anything. I'm glad, looking back, it worked out just fine. But yeah. High diversity inclusion. EVS, you ever see Return of the Living Dead? My favorite zombie flick. Yeah. It's very, very 80s. I like it. I like it. It's a little bit icky. It's a little bit like perverted, but it's okay. My favorite zombie flicks are the 28 Days Later movies, and they are zombie movies. I'm sorry. EVS, how did it feel to draw part of the DC Rebirth one-shot, specifically the Return of Wally West? Jared Martinez asked that. Jared, it felt pretty damn good. Okay? It was great. It was a thrill. And an honor, EVS, pick a DC character to kill off, bring back, and reboot. Oh, that's easy. Okay, so kill off Booster Gold. Bring back... who's missing now? I'm just gonna say bring back Plastic Man and reboot Aquaman. Oh, hey, T in Comics, thank you for this super chat. Thank you. Alright, I'm scrolling down. Let me just catch up with you guys. No, Jeff wasn't a scumbag. He didn't know. He didn't know he was about to get that job. Not at all. That's just the way it is. EVS, who's better, Wally or Barry? Which one do you prefer? I love them both, but I don't want one of them to go missing. Does that make sense? I love Wally West. He's Wally West is the kind of brawny, like much more physical Flash, much more like manly and macho. And then Barry is the older, more intellectual, more conservative Flash. So, they each have their place. I don't know why we would have one without the other, but I don't have, I just don't have control over the whole world like I'd like. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were already bringing back Plastic Man. They are, but I'm still gonna say Plastic Man. Yeah, I love Wally. Have you ever thought about drawing or even writing an Earth 1 graphic novel? No, I don't know. I would if they asked me to. I would have done the Green Lantern one. They didn't ask me. Have you ever tried Apple Pencil? Asked James. No, I haven't. Looks like fun. Yeah, I know. DC's doing Plastic Man. I'm glad he's coming back. Yeah, diversity inclusion. Opening farmhouse scene in 28 weeks later was the best and most intense thing I've ever seen in a movie theater before. And I was gripping my seat, like just like the handles, like gripping my armrests, like in terror. That was the scariest thing ever. Leaving your wife. But I mean, what choice did he have? And I always think about that. It's like, do I die with her or do I save my own life? It's just an ugly, awful choice. I guess I'd die with her. I hope I would die with her. Pitch a Plastic Man book to Dan DiDio. Yeah. Well, Dan DiDio called me and asked me if I had any interest in doing it last year, and I said no. Hello, American Swordfish, my friend. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Rob Carlyle, I think that's his name. Really good actor. The guy from 28 Weeks Later. Just panicky. I guess I would stay alive because he had kids. He had 2 kids. I guess I would have to try to survive for them. I'm getting messages on Twitter. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Oh, people are praying for me. That's great. Thank you. I could use your prayers. But, I'm very happy. Nothing's going on Twitter. Oh, I think the thing... I'm not going to get into it. Who cares? Who cares? People aren't going to ruin my good time. I'm too happy. What, are you going to let people who are not happy make you unhappy too? No, that's not what you do. Unhappy people are unhappy for a reason, and they want other people to be unhappy with them. Robert Carlyle, yeah. Yeah, it's not my job. My job is not to fix the world. Hey, Eva. It's actually EVS. You keep calling me Eva J. Hinson. It's like you're calling me Eva. What are some good drills to practice shading? All right, well, we can talk about that. So we're, you know what? I always, when I draw a head this way, I always put the light source right back here. It's just easiest and it looks the best. Here's the thing. Here's what you have to bear in mind. You have to balance out this drawing. You have 3 colors. You have white, the white of the page. You have the black of your ink. And then you have the possibility of an unlimited palette of gray, which is created through shading and, in different ways, creating textures. Okay? So let's see here. And as I've been showing you guys, one of the things is you've got black here, and you want to pull off of this. If you don't want this to look like a hard edge, okay, you want to actually soften it so there's some roundness. If you just do this and leave it like this, that means it's a hard corner. This is a hard corner. It's a sharp edge. But if it's actually more kind of rounded, then I hope I'm explaining that well. Then you want to do something called pull-outs. And you want to bring out from the black some line work here. Make sure they're parallel. They don't have to be the same length. In fact, it's better if they're not for something that's organic like this, because you're finding the shape of the ridge of his eye socket. Okay, so let me zoom in close on that. All right, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, Jonah Hexmouth, you're right. I'm mostly looking at you guys. I should be just, I should be trying to draw. Yeah, Two-Face. I keep drawing these crazy. I guess I am in a kind of Halloween mood. Some of you are requesting that I draw beautiful women, and I'm like, no, zombies. Yeah, well, I do draw monstrous women. I do. I was talking about that with my Sinestro Corps commentary today, that I've created a plethora of powerful female characters, just they're all hideously unattractive. They're monsters, EVS favorite movie of all time, that would be Psycho. You guys have to see my Psycho collection, because I actually, how many in a plethora? More than 10. Alright, let's see. I'll show you guys. You get a little peek at my office here. Alright, so over here, these are the DVDs in my room that I can't live without. There's Andrea. Okay. There's the DVDs in my room that I can't live without. And this is my Psycho collection. Now, like it's my Norman Bates collection. I'm a huge Psycho fan. I collect memorabilia and stuff. I have one of the motel room keys, screen used, and I buy every single edition of Psycho and Bates Motel that's ever been. And let's see here. Here's a Psycho. Oops, I dropped one. Autographed to me from Vera Miles, who played Janet Leigh's sister. Kind of, she ends up being the heroine in the movie. So that's a Vera Miles autograph. Yeah. Let me see if I have anything else that's signed. So here's Janet Leigh. Is that it? No, that's not it. This is. Okay, so here's a Janet Leigh signed copy. She's no longer with us. And I tried really hard to get the male hero, and he's a senator in California now, and I cannot get his autograph. And here's my Elvis collection. I have to have my Elvis DVDs. Oh, and over here, more Psycho stuff. Here's a Psycho 2 album cover signed by Norman Bates. So, these are just some of the things that, like, I don't have any Beatles stuff, really. I just have very easy to get Beatles stuff. I don't have any autographs or anything. I have lots of Twin Peaks. Here's my David Lynch shelf down here. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. For my birthday, Andrea got me, and she's so smart. She knows exactly what I like. Let's see here. Follow me back. Okay, I'm gonna put you down for a second. Oh, this thing is okay. Check this out. It's like a super autographed Twin Peaks DVD set, cast signed. And there's Dale Cooper. There's Kyle MacLachlan right there. Can you see my comic collection? I mean, it's not very big. Here it is. Here's X-Men number 7, 8. These are all kind of very fine or near mint. And number 10. I've got the entire Byrne Cockrum run right here, right with me. But mostly right now I'm collecting Fantastic Four. Here's Fantastic Four number 7. Fantastic Four number 10. I'm working on it. But they have to be in really like perfect shape. You know, I don't want to buy garbage. I had to get this. This was the first comic book that my dad ever gave me. He went to a nice comic shop in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and brought me home Amazing Spider-Man number 17. And I love this book because it's the Human Torch angering Goblin. So this stays with me. I don't really collect Amazing Spider-Man. I have some. But this is, an important book to me. Here's my Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis collection, which is my favorite character, the Incredible Hulk. Here's 102 in mint condition. Here's the king-size Hulk with the Steranko cover in mint condition. What else is here? Ghost Rider 1 through 50. Here's an old Flash. Here's my Frank Sinatra comic book collection. Some Green Lantern stuff. And that's about it. You know. It's a modest collection, frankly. It's not like I have crates and crates of comics. I just have good stuff that I love very much. I like this too. I mean, this is in perfect shape. Oh my god. You want more? You want to see more Office stuff? Okay, so somebody's like, Frank Sinatra comic collection? Let me explain. So we're big Frank Sinatra fans. And I wanted to collect anytime Frank Sinatra ever appeared in a comic book. And they're really hard to find. So here's one. Frank Sinatra in Her Secret, where he's telling a love story. And there's a DC book called Girls Love, and there's Dean and Frank right there. And Here's a Dell movie adaptation of The Pride and the Passion, which is not a fun movie to watch. So I think I've only got those 3 right now, but I'm looking for more. Always looking for more Frank movies. Up here is an autograph poster from Double Indemnity. There's Fred McMurray, and there is Barbara Stanwyck. Can you see that? And there's Edward G. Robinson over here for Halloween. This is great. The Wasp Woman. Great old B movie. And it starred Susan Cabot. And she was murdered by her own son. Her son beat her to death with a baseball bat. And there's her autograph right there. Super hard to get. Werewolf of London, Spring Byington. Let's see here. So, well, this is the office tour video. So here's the original Batman from the serial in the 1940s. There's his autograph, Robert Lowry. And he looks good. I mean, if you actually look at him as just Bruce Wayne, he looks pretty good. Look at this. So Robin must have been a sniper in World War II. He's got this cross on his arm, which is something that snipers would put on their arms. So it's pretty neat. It's like a neat little detail. Here's an Alfred Hitchcock autograph, but it's really faded. I need to improve it. If you look real close, you can see it. It was done in pencil, so that sucks. Veronica Lake. My office is a mess, sorry. Dorothy Kilgallen, there's a letter explaining that she's not a communist, but she really enjoyed listening to a communist speak. Kim Novak, Tippi Hedren. I'm a, great big fan of Hitchcock stuff. Migos. Autographed Brian Wilson and Al Jardine's Pet Sounds album. I don't have Audrey Hepburn now. And right here, my JFK. This is one of my favorite modern movies. Kevin Costner signed JFK poster. Thanks for the live chat. I don't plan on doing a live chat with Nurkish. Sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed the peek around my world. I don't have any JFK stuff really, or Marilyn Monroe, but I am gonna get a Marilyn Monroe autograph eventually. I gotta put this Twin Peaks away. Give me a minute. Okay, so with your love of B horror movies and living in New Jersey, does that mean you're a fan of the Misfits? No, but you mean the band? Mother. I don't know. Not really. I didn't know they were from New Jersey. I remember when I was a kid in high school, everyone liked them. And I met Glenn Danzig a couple times. He knew who I was. It was crazy. He's like, "You're Ethan Van Sciver." James asks when, this is interesting. James asks when you draw and when and where do you know how to do pullouts and or cross hatching? Well, James, it's up to you. All right, so look. Should I flip this over? Flip this over. So let's just do what they teach kids in school about this. Okay. So I mean, just hi 27 Team Mangs. Hi. So let's just draw a perfect circle here. Let's just say this is a planet or a ball or something like that. And let's say, okay, so the light is coming this way. And so we're going to want to kind of, let's see, what kind of, let's do it like this. Okay, let's give him a nice kind of shadow here. Alright, now this is going to be all black. Remember these markers I told you guys to get? Look at that. So, now you've got a hard edge between black and white here. And that's not what you want necessarily, because you know that this is round. This isn't, if you just leave it like this looks like a flat edge now, like you could take this and rest it on a table. This is flat. So you're gonna wanna actually do pull-outs that round it, okay? Let's go up like this. And let's just give it shape. On this side there, you see that? And it's up to you. Yeah, that's right, it could be a planet. It's up to you to decide exactly. Thank you, Edwin. I have an EVS version of Dino. I'm not a very good singer. I think you'll find that. But I will probably be doing songs with all my videos, because it's just a weird way to open a video about art. It is what it is. So we got a lot of pull-outs here. We're gonna pull in close here, just to help give it some roundness. Now it's kind of up to you what to do from here. I mean, you can either leave it like this, or you could say, I'm gonna add a crosshatch to this, and then you can go to 45-degree angles. Now your purpose in doing a crosshatch right now is because you're not happy with how this blends with the black. You want to make it blend even more. So you're not going to come all the way up. You're going to leave some of this, because you're trying to make a fade. Do you understand? You're trying to make this go from white to light gray to dark gray to black. So that's what the purpose of this second crosshatch is here. So let's do another little row of crosshatch there. And let's say, we're still not happy with how that looks. So let's do a third round of crosshatch, and we're gonna do it perpendicular to the first now. And we're only gonna come up this far. And that's kind of, that looks muddy. But that's kind of how you know. So the purpose of pull-outs and cross-hatching is basically to add dimension, add roundness, add curvature, to add form to a shape, to help define the shadow. But also it's to go from white to black. Okay, it's to add that gray, that mid-tone between white and black. Meanwhile, this thing. How much space is there in those lines? You're gonna have to re-ask that question more clearly. I don't know what you mean. Back to the spoopy. Sure. Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. would look scary as a zombie, you're right. I mean, one socket would already be empty. Or maybe it wouldn't, it would just be glass. The glass eye's probably still in there. I hope they buried him with his glass eye. Who knows? Yeah, Andrew and I were just talking about like how we missed Frank Sinatra. Like, probably if we were fans of Sinatra in the 90s, we could have gone to see him somewhere. But we never did. We missed out. That's why we try to catch every show. Like, Gladys Knight is coming in a few weeks, and I'm thinking maybe we better go see Gladys Knight. Andrew's like, I don't really know any of her songs. I'm like, yeah, you do. You know that, I'm leaving on a midnight train to Georgia, whatever that is. Probably know a lot of her songs. Oh wow, that's pretty cool, Nasser. I wish that had been us. I've seen Paul McCartney 100 times. Yeah, nostalgia. Go see Smokey Robinson. It's a great show. I mean, I was happy to see Dion. Dion was awesome. Somebody died in the audience and he told him to shut up. Like literally, because it was a crowd full of old people. And there's like, it's a medical emergency. He's like, shut up. I was like, Dion, no, look. I would like to see Tony Bennett. He's the last of them, isn't he? Isn't he? Are there any more crooners still around? Yeah. Oh, Paul Anka, I guess we've still got. Drawing every hair on this thing's head. Best concert I've ever been to. I've been to, like, seriously, I've been to so many, I don't even know. Justin Timberlake was really good. I didn't think I would like him, but he was good. I've never seen Weird Al. No. I've had a lot of opportunities to meet him and I never did. He's friends with Jeff Johns. Mel Torme. It's funny you mentioned Mel Torme. My first concert was Paul McCartney in 1990. And that was a great show. I went to see him again 2 years ago. It wasn't as good. He's getting old. But I mean, I've seen him I tried to get to see Ringo, but I don't know if I could even do it. I don't know if I could endure Ringo Starr. I don't know. I would have loved to have seen George, but he didn't play. I've seen Eric Clapton 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I mean, no, because Ringo would do some Beatles songs, but think about Ringo's Beatles songs. They're all horrible. Like, Yellow Submarine, I don't want to hear Yellow Submarine ever again. Ever again. I don't want to hear Yellow Submarine, I don't want to hear Boys. I don't want to hear I Want to Be Your Man. Octopus's Garden, horrible. That's a horrible song. Don't pass me by. Well, he is something special, though. He is Ringo. I mean, you gotta understand. He's one of the Beatles. But I like John Lennon's put down of him. Ringo, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles. That's great. I've never seen Metallica or Iron Maiden. I wish I did. I'm just sitting here with this brush pen. I don't even know. I'd rather talk to you guys than do this, frankly. Yeah, James Hetfield. I went to see Brian Wilson do Pet Sounds in New York last year, and James Hetfield was sitting right behind me. I was like in the front row, and James Hetfield was in the second row. I turned around like, what the hell? That's James Hetfield. I didn't ask him for anything. I left him alone. But it was crazy. He was there with his kids and his maid. Now I regret it. I wish I'd gotten a picture with him. I just felt it was inappropriate. Well, Metallica was playing in the park, so I guess he got tickets with his kids to see Brian. And I wouldn't exactly say Brian Wilson can sing, not anymore. He was struggling through Pet Sounds. The backstory for this zombie dude, I don't know. Probably nerdish. Yeah, it is. I love Iron Maiden, so I'll do that subconsciously. Let's get rid of some of his teeth. No, I haven't read it yet. Oh, I like that. A good backstory for this poor zombie. New season of Walking Dead's pretty good so far, I have to say. Are you guys digging it? Or do you even watch Walking Dead? I got angry at the comic book and walked away from it a few months ago, but I'm about ready to come back now and catch up. This is lazy drawing, guys. Sorry. I'm drawing and not even looking. I'm looking at you guys. Oh, Walking Dead was great 2 seasons ago. They really figured things out. The problem was in season 3 was monotonous and really stupid. They stopped making the zombies a threat, and if you make the zombies boring, like they're not a threat anymore, then I don't know what we're doing. But it's not, there are zombies milling around and it's no big deal. You casually walk up to them and lop their heads off. Yeah, Negan's really cool. He's funny in the comic. Well, he's once you get past the initial awful thing that he did, he's funny. I tried to read Invincible. I didn't like it. I just read the first issue and just went, eh. Walking Dead hooked me right away. I'm more worried about werewolves than zombies. I can't outrun a werewolf. Except when they get to the running zombies, just forget it. There's no point. Just give up. I'm more scared of fast zombies. I think I prefer fast zombies, just in terms of watching a movie. And my theory about it is that, they should all start out fast, but as their muscles decompose, then they become shamblers. No, I've never seen Dead Set. Yeah, of course I want to be a werewolf. I just don't want to sell my soul to the devil. That's the only part I don't like. Otherwise, I'd be in. I don't know. There's a zombie drone. Screw it. I'm done. I have to get back to work. Oh my god. Does anybody want a zombie drone? I swear to God, I hurt my shoulder the other day. It still hurts. It was done with an 005. Yeah, I do need to hide the word sex somewhere in there. I think that's good. Mark Santos, this drawing is for you. Mark Santos is 15 years old. He's up past his bedtime. Maybe not, I don't know where he lives. Ow. Mark, why don't you just tweet me your address, okay? Roasted. Alright, this is yours. Well, I want to thank you guys as usual. Thank you for joining me. I'm looking at everyone's saying congrats, that's good. Thank you for joining me, I really appreciate it. These live tweets are kind of fun. And should I post this? Yeah, Mark, send me a direct message via Twitter, or you can find my email address on my YouTube page. And you feel free to just send me an email. Either way is fine. Yeah. Alright guys, I will post this. Why not? I don't know why anybody would want to watch this. I really don't, but I will post it. Alright, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, I think, unless I'm doing something with the family. I think I'll be home. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye guys.